Okay, we came up the attic from over here. That's the ladder. This is number 1. That would be the house faces south on the west side is number 1, and when you're coming up, it'd be the one on the right, and the one on the left would be the east side. That's number 2 condensing unit. Now over here, we got our carrying yeast manuals. Flues are properly held in place. Word from our sponsor. Okay, so the furnace has a sediment trap. The furnace has a carrying yeast manual. We opened it up. It looks pretty good. Now on the cooling side, we've got shallow P-traps on both systems. Okay, shallow P-traps. The water can evaporate. These go to waste drains, and the water can evaporate, or if it's running for a long time and a lot of water comes through here at once, then it can just self-evacuate, self-clean. The water just swirl out and leave the open pipe, so that once the sewer gases migrate back up through the pipe, they go into the system, okay, and they get broadcast out throughout the house. Okay, so both of these have shallow P-traps, and both of them do not have caps. Okay, it won't drain like it's supposed to without this cap. Alright, so then when you turn it off, then all the water will come in and flush it out. So that's what happens sometimes. We've got air coming out right in here. Okay, this one's just not sealed up like all the others. Okay, it's about 10 degrees difference. Let's see if I can get a flashlight to do this for us. You can kind of see the difference. See, this is the way they're supposed to look. And this is the way this one is looking. And I can feel the air on my hand, actually. That's how sensitive I am. Okay. And I'll tell you how sensitive I am in just a minute. Oh, it's a real phone number. Good home inspection. So, this is the air. Okay, we got 2 different ones. This one's 16 by 25. The other one's like, I have it written down here. The other one's 20 by 25 by 1. You want to replace the air filters when you get here. You just do that. These buckles. They're always on the right side of this. Where it says train. They're always on the right side. And that's how you get in and change your air filter. And these filters are dirty because the house is under construction. And you can put a 4-inch one in, or maybe more, you know, or a 1-inch. And you replace the air filters when they say you're supposed to replace them. You're just using suitcase buckles like that. But look at that gap. That's just pulling hot air out of the attic, putting it right through the system. It's just not right. Just not right. Okay. And we're not supposed to have more than 1/2 inch sag in our duct work. I get it, it's pretty tight up here. Not supposed to have more than 1/2 inch sag. Not supposed to have more than 1/2 inch sag. So it's picked up a little, you know, that's going to cause, we got our luminaries protected by a cage like it's supposed to be. Now we're coming along here. We're still in number 1. You know, people stepping on your gas piping. I don't want people stepping on my gas piping. So when the technician comes up here to work on this, because of the clog and the drain and the pipe's in the way. Okay, so we got some similarities. You know, our drain's doesn't have a cap on it. Got it. Doesn't have carrying yeast manuals. This one's sealed. That's the way it's supposed to look. Not supposed to look like the other one. This is a little better, but they both are bent, so they suck air. Okay, both of the air filter. No. Buckle latches. So this one's different in that it's extreme and it's got an air leak on it. This one's different in that this is a sediment trap for the gas. So as the gas is coming through here, any sediment comes in here, it's trying to decide which way to go. Gravity takes over, and then any sediment to protect the jets of your furnace. Okay, so you're supposed to open that cap once a year, turn the heater off, turn the whole thing off, turn the system off, open that cap once a year and let the dirt out. I don't know anybody that's ever done that. I don't know how much could even collect in there. I don't know. But let's say you wanted to do it right. Let's just pretend like you wanted to do it right. You can't take this cap off. It's against the floor. Okay, so you can't take that cap off to clean it. So what did we learn? Oh, we have more. This one's a little different. This is the larger one. It's probably downstairs. I call it number 2, although. And over there is your fresh air induction valve. There's your fresh air induction valve. Can you adjust that? I can't. Can you see where the adjustment's setting? I can't. Do you think somebody can service that? I don't think they're gonna like having to. They'll charge you to do that. No, that's not accessible. So we learned that both of the P-traps are shallow and both of the drain cleanouts are uncapped. We learned that in front of number 1 we have exposed gas piping. We learned that in front of number 2 we can't redo our cap. We learned that 1 and 2 have bent air filter covers, although number 1 is more drastically bent than number 2. We learned that we got a fresh air leak at number 1's plenum. We learned that our air duct has sags in it. And we learned that we cannot get to our fresh air induction admittance, our fresh air admittance valve to adjust it. That's what we learned. Shallow P-traps don't have the caps. Can't open the cleanout cap. Gaps in the doors. Air leak at the plenum. Sagging air duct.